This is the 53rd video in a series of videos that study the 101 laws of the Success Mindset Code. In this video, we will explore the 53rd law, the Law of Transcendence. When we talk about transcendence, we are talking about going beyond the physical world, beyond simple survival, beyond routine, and stepping into a dimension of deeper meaning and expanded awareness. And this becomes especially relevant in the mature phase of life, when many people start to question what really matters, why they are here, and where their financial and personal choices are truly leading them. Transcendence is not about escaping reality. It is about elevating the meaning behind everything you do. Most people live only in the visible world: bills, deadlines, tasks, pressure, fear, and routine. They wake up, work, return home, and repeat the cycle for years without stopping to ask, why am I doing this? What is the larger purpose behind my choices? When that question is ignored for too long, emptiness begins to grow, and prosperity becomes harder to achieve, not because of lack of opportunity, but because of lack of meaning. The law of transcendence invites you to connect what you do with who you truly are and who you wish to become. That is where true financial evolution begins, because money without purpose becomes exhaustion, but money aligned with meaning becomes abundance. Imagine someone like Peter. He worked in a large corporation for decades. He earned well, climbed the ladder, achieved recognition, but inside, something felt incomplete. He became tired of chasing numbers without soul. One day, he decided to find purpose beyond his weekly paycheck. He began mentoring younger professionals, helping charity organizations, and creating small social impact initiatives. Suddenly, his life made sense. His financial journey stopped being just about earning and became about contributing. That shift changed everything. His motivation grew, his energy returned, and his results multiplied. Why? Because transcendence reconnected him with meaning. Now compare that to someone like Mary. She lived in constant urgency, constantly reacting to small problems, always worried about what would go wrong. She never stopped to think about deeper purpose. Her life was about tasks, bills, anxiety, and exhaustion. And even when she earned more, she still felt empty. That emptiness came from the absence of transcendence. Without higher meaning, routine becomes a prison. Transcendence transforms your financial life, not through magic, but through mindset. When you pursue something bigger than yourself, your resilience increases, your creativity expands, and your discipline strengthens. Instead of giving up at the first challenge, you persist because there is a deeper reason to continue. When purpose is clear, discipline becomes a consequence, not an obligation. And discipline is one of the keys to prosperity. Now think about how many people, after a certain age, begin to believe that their opportunities have passed. They say things like, "It's too late to start," or "I can't reinvent myself anymore." These thoughts imprison potential. Transcendence shatters that prison. It tells you, you are not here just to survive. You are here to expand. If you feel called to grow, then growth is still available to you. The mature phase of life is actually the strongest phase for purpose-driven prosperity, because you carry experience, emotional intelligence, life lessons, and wisdom that younger people do not yet have. When you connect that maturity with transcendence, you unlock something powerful: financial clarity. To cultivate transcendence, you must first question the meaning behind your actions. Why do you work? Why do you want more money? Why do you chase success? If the answer is only to pay bills, then you will always feel drained. But if the answer is to create impact, to provide stability for your family, to empower others, to grow spiritually, then a new energy is born. Suddenly, your work is no longer just work, it becomes contribution. Second, transcendence requires presence. Most people are mentally stuck in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's fears. They never inhabit now. But prosperity is built in the present moment. When you are connected to now, you make better decisions, you notice new opportunities, and you stop acting on autopilot. Presence is the key that opens the door to meaning. Third, transcendence demands purpose. Purpose does not have to be grand or dramatic. Sometimes purpose is found in small things, being a good example for your children, improving your neighborhood, sharing knowledge, helping one person. Purpose is not about fame. It is about alignment. And aligned people prosper more easily because their mind, behavior, and spirit move in the same direction. Fourth, meditation is a tool for transcendence. Meditation expands consciousness, dissolves emotional blockages, and creates clarity. When you meditate, you connect with the voice behind the noise. That voice knows your purpose. Fifth, transcendence is discovered in adversity. Financial difficulty is not a punishment. It is a message. It invites you to become stronger, wiser, more creative, more disciplined. Every financial challenge is a classroom. Those who learn transcend. Those who refuse to learn repeat the same mistakes. To unlock transcendence, ask yourself powerful questions. What actions today reflect who I want to become tomorrow? How can I connect my work to a greater impact? What small action could bring more meaning into my routine? How can I transform ordinary routines into extraordinary rituals simply by shifting perspective? Transcendence is not about abandoning the material world. It is about giving depth to the material world. Money with meaning becomes freedom. Work with purpose becomes fulfillment. Discipline with clarity becomes ease. When you transcend your old identity, you unlock a new financial reality. And this transformation is available in the mature phase of life like never before. You are not behind. You are ready. Many people say they want prosperity, but they do not want to elevate consciousness. Prosperity requires evolution. It requires responsibility. It requires awareness. Prosperity comes to those who are ready to serve something beyond their own comfort. Transcendence also teaches you that legacy matters. Legacy is not just what you leave when you die, it is what you build while you are alive. Every conversation, every lesson, every example you give, every person you help, that is legacy. People who think about legacy make better financial decisions. They spend less on impulse, invest with more clarity, and plan with more intelligence. If you want true prosperity after a certain age, you must transcend your old beliefs. You must transcend the voice that says you are too late, too tired, too old, or too limited. As long as you breathe, you can evolve. Transcendence whispers that your potential does not expire. When you connect with transcendence, something beautiful happens. Money stops being a weight and becomes a tool. Work stops being a burden and becomes expression. Challenges stop being threats and become teachers. Life stops being routine and becomes mission. That is prosperity on a higher level. So, from today on, ask yourself, what is the deeper reason behind my financial goals? Who do I become when I pursue them? How does my evolution help others? When your answer expands beyond yourself, your results expand with you. Transcendence is not escaping reality. It is illuminating reality. It is realizing that every action can be holy, every effort can be meaningful, every choice can echo in eternity. When you transcend, you stop surviving and start expanding. You stop repeating and start creating. You stop fearing and start serving. and prosperity flows where meaning grows. If this content resonated with you, take the next step. Check out the link I left below in the comments. And if this message helped you, give it a like, share it, leave your comment, and don't forget to subscribe with the bell on.